What's going on, everyone? Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today, we're going to be talking about a touchy subject, a subject that hurts all of us retail investors, but benefits people at the top, people that don't necessarily even need to benefit, right? Because they are probably already rich. Today, we're going to be talking about insider trading in the stock market, how it happens all the time, and how you guys can kind of get a hint on how to actually profit off of insider information that is not yet released. So we'll be talking about strategies to actually capitalize on this at the end of the video. But for now, we're going to go over what exactly insider trading is, who exactly does insider trading, different accounts of insider trading that have happened. And yeah, it's going to be a fun one. So drop a like on the video if y'all enjoyed this content. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, so first things first, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Moomoo, a licensed FINRA broker that does absolutely zero payment for order flow. They have a promotion where all you have to do is click that link in the description or pinned comment section, open an account on their platform, link your bank account, deposit $1, and you can get up to $7,000 in free stock. This includes, you can potentially get Apple stock, Amazon stock, Google stock. You name it, you can get it. I've seen people get Apple stock before. The links are below. There's also an additional promotion where if you deposit $100 on their platform, you get an extra share of AMC. But honestly, $1 to get up to $7,000, absolute no-brainer. The links to that are below in the description or pinned comment section. Let's get back into it. All right, so what the heck is insider trading? Insider trading is whenever someone uses market-moving, non-public, keyword, non-public information in the act of buying or selling a financial asset, such as a stock, crypto, option, etc. For example, say you work as an executive at a company that plans to make an acquisition. If it's not public, that would count as insider information. So when you do acquire a company and you're an executive of that company, you probably know that your stock price will likely go down. So if you sell your shares before that actually happens, knowing your stock price will go down, that's insider trading, because me, the retail investor, has no idea because I'm not an executive at that company. It becomes a crime if you either tell a friend about it and that person buys or sells a financial asset using that information, or if you make the trade yourself. And we see many accounts of this in the public market. And the crime is not dealt with. No one ever goes to jail for it. And it's absolutely crazy. So you should probably send this video to Gary Gensler or the SEC. But they're just as irresponsible as the insider traders themselves, and they're just as corrupt anyways. SEC sucks. They don't do anything about insider trading. It's absolutely terrible. In fact, the Department of Justice, the DoJ, has actually stepped in to investigate insider trading in short seller reports recently. This is the SEC job, and then the Department of Justice is the one stepping in and actually doing something about something that it's very illegal and no one ever gets punished for. So what the DOJ is investigating is essentially short sellers for potential trading abuses, including spoofing and scalping, which are two different trading strategies. So essentially, the Justice Department has been collecting information on nearly 30 short selling firms. They do this trading strategy called spoofing, where they essentially flood the market with fake orders. So orders that don't actually get filled, they don't actually do anything to the market, they just make it look like you're putting an order in, and it affects the stock price. It makes it go up and down. And then scalping, where activist investors cash out positions without disclosing it. So essentially, let's say a firm goes short on a stock, they preload on that short position, right? They short it before they say that they go short, and then they sell out of that short position 15 minutes later, doesn't tell anyone that they sold out, just told people that they went short. The most prominent occurrence of this in the retail investor community is with the stock CEI, and this was on October 5th, 2021. Carousel Capital mentioned on Twitter that they were short CEI. So essentially, they preloaded up on their short positions, then they make this post and release a massive short report about why they are short this stock. Now, on the surface, this doesn't look like insider trading, right? Because they're not really using any additional information. However, if you're preloading on this short position and then you make this public information that you're short CEI, and then the report itself has a direct impact on the price, you're kind of insider trading because you're not getting in at the same time that people who are reading this short report are getting in at. And lo and behold, on October 5th, after they make that tweet, after they release that short report, CEI crashes from $3.15 all the way down to $1 per share. That's a 66% intraday decline. And Kerrisdale Capital likely loaded up on their short positions over here before they released the report, before it was public information whatsoever. So yeah, I definitely consider this insider trading. This is why the Department of Justice is even looking into it in the first place. This is illegal. They should not be allowed to do this. Other accounts of insider trading come from Capitol Hill themselves. Unusual Whales made this fantastic report on Congress, and they basically measured their trades from 2021 and see how they weighed up against the market. So the SPY, S&P 500. As you guys can see in this image right here, there were numerous members of Congress that beat the S&P 500. Right here, you can see Nancy Pelosi, the most prominent figure up there, was the sixth highest trader. She completely crushed the market. She almost doubled the returns of SPY in 2021. And let's not even mention Austin Scott, who basically 5x'd the SPY in 2021. You can't tell me that these Congress people that make the laws, they basically outline how the economy will function in the future. You can't tell me that they're not trading off of insider information. And now there's a bill in Congress that potentially will ban insider trading of stocks. And we'll see what happens, but I think Nancy Pelosi will retire after that bill goes into effect. Unusual Whales also posted this on Twitter today, and this was what inspired me to make this video in the first place. Breaking news, Citron Research deleted their tweet, which coincided with high JMIA Jumia call option volume before the tweet, after I called it out. So here you guys can see Citron Research essentially said that JMIA, a stock, is very undervalued and it's great risk and reward. This was at 12:15 p.m. today, so February 23rd. Moving into this next tweet right here, you can see that Unusual Whales found a bunch of JMIA options that came in. So a bunch of big bets on call options before that tweet. So before this tweet was released, there was a bunch of call options that were placed, which is essentially a leveraged asset that gets you access to greater returns than just actually owning the stock itself. Then you guys can see that the tweet was deleted after Unusual Whales called them out. So after Unusual Whales replied to the tweet saying, hey, you insider traded this, then they deleted their tweet. So Citron Research. I've even used Unusual Whales service to find out insider trades on my own. I've done it a few times already. We're looking at WDC or Western Digital Corporation. We see on 2/17, so February 17th at 12:36 p.m., there was an influx of call options that came in. There's actually one at 12:25 p.m. as well. And it went all the way up to 12:50 right here. And this was 26,000 premium. $149,000 worth of premium and $35,000 worth of premium. And you can see that it said volume greater than open interest, meaning that they were really trying to push to get these call options filled. So looking at the chart for WDC or Western Digital Corporation, you can see that these call options were loaded in this area right here, right around 12:36. The stock price proceeded to go up, correct? And also had a nice little volume spike right here at 1 p.m. Well, you can see right here on February 17th, and we'll make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it yourself, but CNBC final trades, Coinbase, Amazon, and you name it, Western Digital. So Western Digital, they essentially loaded those call options and then pumped it on CNBC. You can see it right here with the volume spike at 1 p.m. at roughly the exact same time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that we got this news that CNBC said Western Digital stock is a buy. And again, these call options were all loaded within 30 minutes of that happening, and there were sweep orders, meaning that they really wanted to get these filled. You can also see right here that right after 1 p.m., so 13 o'clock, here on Unusual Whales, there was an influx of selling of these call options as well. So they went for those $60 318s. You can see there was a lot of $60 318s sold right here at around 2:22 p.m. So after the stock price has already gone up. Another account of insider trading that I found was on one of my favorite stocks, BBIG. So BBIG on January 25th had a ton of call option volume, way more than expected. The stock price on January 25th, it did go up, but it trended pretty flat throughout the day. And it was super unusual. I mean, I look at this call option activity every single day on this stock, and the volume that we saw and the heavy premiums that we saw come in was absolutely ridiculous. And also, you're seeing so many close to expiration. This was on January 25th. We saw a 128, so only 3 days till expiration right here. Only 3 days till expiration right here. $20,000 in premium. 3 days right here. 3 days right here. 3 days right here. You get the point. There was tons and tons of premium coming in for super risky bets. In the after hours, you guys can see there was a major spike up. This is because there was an amendment to the Form 10 of their subsidiary Cryptide, which was news that made the stock price jump up. The stock continued to move up into pre-market, only to be selling off as soon as the market opened at much higher volume. By the end of the day, the stock was negative from after hours close. You guys can see right here, it ended up flipping negative. And you guys can see all of these call options that were dumped at open. So they were literally dumped right here on this big volume spike. This big volume spike right there. Yes, a bunch of call options were being dumped on BBIG. So it's pretty freaking ridiculous because it's illegal. You should be going to jail for this. Like, this is not a joke. Insider trading is illegal, yet politicians do it. A bunch of other rich people that get to be going on CNBC, they do it. Insiders in the company, people that literally know what the company will do in the future, they're doing it. Do any of them go behind bars? Barely any. Who holds the bag? You and me, us retail investors that don't get access to this insider information. However, you could use Unusual Whales service and kind of snipe insider trades if it looks kind of fishy. And it's always a hindsight thing because you look back and you're like, oh, okay, that was an insider trade because you don't actually have the information yourself. But a lot of the times when there's that much unusual options activity in a stock, you can kind of anticipate that, you know, something's coming and someone is doing insider trading. So you can hop along for the ride. That's kind of how I play it. Again, retail is going to get screwed no matter what, but this is kind of how you can hedge against getting screwed by insider trading, in my opinion. It is what it is. It is what it is. There needs to be reform in the stock market. We're all getting screwed, and the SEC is doing absolutely nothing. The Department of Justice is doing the SEC's job. So I don't really know what to say. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out Moomoo if you want up to $7,000 in free stock, as long as you deposit $1 on their platform using the links in the description or pinned comment section. And if you want all my buy and sell alerts, you can also check that out using the first link in the description. That's all I got. This stuff pisses me off. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.